Welcome to the General's Gentlemen.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Dominator cast number 17.
Might as well name them a series. And is that Sharbel of the Sharbel's tournaments machine?
Yeah, the mad dog himself, the one that is responsible for a lot of the tournaments we've had recently. Not so much recently, but as in like over the past year or two, a lot of tournaments he has ran, or at least backed the prize pool for them and made them run essentially. So big shout out to him, of course. He's gonna be versing Dominator, and can he stand up to the gargantuan beast that is Dominator?
Yeah. To be honest, I don't remember seeing Sharbel play. Have we casted him much before, or?
Well, statistically, it's statistically likely that we have casted every zero-hour player in the entire world.
That's true, yes.
Well, yeah, you're right. I don't necessarily remember him and/or his games, so we'll see.
I'm sure we probably have, but we'll work it out. So it's vanilla versus vanilla.
Yeah, vanilla China versus vanilla GLA. Actually, not going for the demo cards there. So maybe Sharbel forgot that they're not playing on no cars, because you pretty much always play on no cars. Yeah. Or maybe it's just bro code. Is like, oh, you forgot to pick no cards. That's fine. I won't go
for the cards. Yeah.
However, he may actually get a camp off. Oh no, Dragon Tank responds. I was gonna say it would have been a bit optimistic to actually make the distance to the trucks, but camping the War Factory.
I've always wondered, is it possible to, like, if the Dragon Tank's running at you, can you run at the Dragon Tank and then get a force fire before the Dragon Tank gets you? Nah. I mean, I wouldn't think you could. I just mean it'd be a fun thing to try to see if you actually could, because I think it would be close. The Dragon Tank certainly doesn't kill it instantly. It takes a little bit of time, and the explosion radius is decent, but I would expect no as well. I just think it would be cool. So.
You would probably see it if that was the case. The zero-hour pros have a handle on these things. And they would know.
Do. They work it out. If it exists, they work it out. Currently, Dominator gonna go for some garrison denying. Always a nice start.
It's a bit of a compliment as well. Is saying that, like, I know you're gonna be able to deflect my dragon tanks, so I'm just gonna go for the garrison denies first, because that's a guaranteed pressure that you can apply. We have a few RPGs here. The bunker can't exactly defend against that, but he may be able to just mass repair through this.
You can kind of stall it out for a little bit. This many units certainly will force their way through eventually. There goes the bunker, and the quad's going to be right in position as well, firing at full rate. There goes the tank under the GAT, going to be shut down here as well. It's a dangerous unit composition coming up the side here for Sharbel. Double Scorpion, double quad with 4 RPGs in the background. There's a scary army to have at 3 minutes. Yeah, very nice macro here from Sharbel. I don't know why that Dozer was so far forward and stayed there for so long. Supply will go down now as well. There's 2 GATs and an outpost, but there's 2 Scorpions as well. So you can focus down the outpost, then turn to the GATs, but going to be disengaging from him. He wants to defend his base. He's done the damage. He took the supply out. He just needs to defend. And actually, Sharbel hasn't lost too much just yet. The Dragon Tank was idle there, so it's only just a bunch of tunnels, and the barracks is going to go down. Really effective defense here. I love the Sharbel put back there as well. No point throwing away units if you don't have to. Engaging into 2 GATs and the outpost, you're going to lose all your RPGs, you're probably going to lose the quads. Chances are, given the Scorpions don't have rockets yet, you'll probably lose them. So kind of stalling things out until you do have access to the rockets seems like the way to go.
That's why his army was so big. He didn't go the Scorpion rockets.
Yeah, he didn't.
And that's interesting, because you pretty much always see the Scorpion rockets as soon as you can, because the Scorpions are pretty bad without them. Yeah. But it was just a very brutal timing attack there, where it was just so early, and it was a really a nice composition. He had a nice mix, and also it was Dominator was he was exposed. He attacked and his arm was out of position.
If we just look at his top right supply just quickly, right? So 1 arm sealer production at the moment. Check the other one. So. Yeah, it was. Okay, right. So yeah, definitely just 100% investment onto that 1 arm stealer, which is cool. So yeah, I haven't really seen it from GLA, because you generally see them go for another type of early investment, like a tech terror or a tech RPG or whatever it happens to be.
Wow.
Yeah, we don't end up seeing that here, and yeah, no Scorpion rockets machine, and it's working.
Yeah, it is for now. He just can't engage Battle Masters. I mean, that's it. You don't need rockets to engage GATs and Dragon Tanks, and for buildings especially, but against Battle Masters, that's when you really start wanting the rockets, or Humvees in particular. Even
You're
though,
certainly right there, Machine. You don't really need the rockets in this matchup unless there are battle masters on the field to come after you, or in this case, outpost shells to crack as well. Actually, quite crucial to have.
yeah,
Rockets sometimes, unless you have this kind of critical mass.
it depends what you're trying to do. Are you trying to engage the army? Because if so, you want to hit and run with the rockets. But if you're trying to snipe buildings, then just having a lot of units, is really desirable here. So maybe disengage here. This is perhaps sticking around for a little bit too long, but it's only Gatling tanks left, really, so they can't do too much against just the Scorpions. Looking for the TNT here, and the Gat was actually focused down.
Yeah, both Gats go down here, Machine.
Okay.
I mean, the RPGs are going to take out the Scorpions eventually, but it's still a good engagement for Sharbel, not only taking out the buildings. Power goes down, slowing down production. It's also not a bad trade army for army here.
Look at this line of units. Still no rockets, but Dominator, still no base. Well, not a base that you would want to have. Actually, that being said, he does have that forward supply, and I believe it hasn't been scouted. It has now, though. The truck is definitely within vision of Sharbel.
It seems as though Sharbel quite happy to take a heads-up engagement here with his current army.
Okay, maybe going for the oil deny here. It's not capped yet, but it's still worth going for.
Yeah.
Especially if you have the lead, you're more likely to then go for the oil.
Supply going to be going down as well.
Sharbel, there's mines there.
Oh,
that's going to be a lot of Scorpions. Aiming quads as well.
No, it's not being watched. No, he's not watching it.
Wow, okay, that's going to be a nice window for Dominator to get back into this game. But that being said, he doesn't actually have any supplies apart from the supply here.
Certainly could have been game over had the army survived and Sharbel not been microing elsewhere. But all the trucks are getting pushed off. Non-stop pressure, even the RPGs moving in. I do like the oil deny. Obviously, like at no point in this game is Dominator going to be in a position to cap the oil derrick. Why are there so many units? It's like we're playing against Rage again, Machine. I don't understand. This is still one arms dealer production. It really is one arms dealer production. This is what an arms dealer can produce if you're on 3 supplies and you're just non-stop macroing.
That being said, though, he may lose a bit of these quads to the RPGs.
He's too busy macroing, man.
Yeah.
If you macro hard enough, your arms dealer produces quads 2 at a time. Did you know that?
Right.
Yeah.
You gotta overclock it. Gotta get the liquid cooling on your arms dealer and put it up turbo.
I was doing that. I don't know what to do. I don't know.
Yeah, he's losing a lot here, isn't he? Still no oil cap. Not a priority here for Sharbel. Hasn't gone for his palace yet either. Doesn't need a palace though, but there's actually going to be a pretty decent amount of outposts, and there's only the quads, so there's actually a few RPGs, I suppose. But if he has the RPGs in position, then relying on just the outposts is difficult, especially because I believe he's actually tank. No, he's not tank because that's vanilla, so it's a vet 0. I was going to say that if he was tank, the outposts are more expensive, but as the V-Shiner, they're pretty cheap. The outposts should trade pretty well here versus these quads on their own. I suppose not a lot of tunnels here is one of the weaknesses that Sharbel has at the moment. In the middle, at least, there's no tunnels.
There's the oil cap coming out here, Machine, and one of the shells at least is going to be cracked here. Very important that Dominator has perfect micro. He can't afford to lose this army in the financial position he's in at the moment in this game.
This could be risky, though. Is he going to actually pull back halfway through? I guess he just knows how many quads it takes to take it out in time. Close one. Well calculated, I suppose.
Look, I don't know if I'd trust my my timing to that machine. I know I need this many quads to let them survive. Yeah, I'm not sure, machine. Pro players, bro.
You know what the worst thing would be is if he upgraded to the black napalm like during that firewall, and he's like, "Oh crap, I can't disengage from this."
Got to factor that in. So
Yeah.
Tuxen Tractor out of the field as well. Denied some of the garrisons that were not destroyed by Dominator's early Dragon tanks.
Yeah, he's a Toxin Tractor, so he should be able to clear out these middle garrisons. This is the only... that's like the third time now where I've said something and then mid-camera transition I realize that I'm actually wrong. So he's got 2 supplies now. So the economy, it's not completely in shatters for Dominator, but it's not amazing.
2 supplies, 8 trucks. That's the ideal ratio, right, machine?
Right.
That's what you want to do? No.
Well, yeah, there's 4 trucks there. And
I wasn't
yeah,
lying.
yeah, 8 trucks, man.
Hey, at least we can say that the preservation here from Dominator's been perfect. I don't think he's lost a truck this game.
Wow.
He's lost supplies and buildings, but I don't think he's lost a truck.
Sharbel should probably tech up though. Mass quads isn't very good versus mass outposts. You really want to start having the buggies mixed in, especially if your opponent is still behind on his no propaganda tech. So he has his command center, so should be able to get some bombing strikes soon.
I don't know if he can take this heads up in the middle here, Sharbel. There's a lot of RPGs inside
okay, there's
those
going to be a cover bomb
garrisons.
as well. Oh no, the Toxin Tractor wasn't there to clear that garrison out. Loses a lot of quads, and a bunch of the Gatlings are able to finish off the quads out of position. Yeah, that wasn't a very smart fight there. Even apart from the carpet bomb, there was just a lot of RPGs there, which you don't want to fight head on if they're in a building.
6 tank hunters inside one of the garrisons, 2 inside the top garrison, the carpet bomb to get splits on the quads as well. Just not an intelligent engagement by Sharbel, but he was obviously cut off. I mean, he couldn't get a Toxin Tractor down the right-hand side because of that bunker.
Out of supplies.
That's right, he can just transition back over to his natural machine. It's
Yeah,
chuck a block.
He can now. It's just that it's going to be hard to defend this supply and this
that one,
supply.
yeah.
But he has a bunker there though, which is really nice to see. Again, buggies will be very important here. And okay, we have the command center and the palace now, so definitely a little bit on the late side. Especially Dominator could push out and do a bit of damage.
I believe we also see the repairs on that 6-man tank hunter garrison machine coming from that Noza. Yeah, very, very intelligent move by Dominator. Buys him more time in the next engagement.
So there's no chain gun upgrade yet. Might be worth going for given how much quads he actually has, or gats rather. But can Sharbel hold here? This is a huge army. It's mainly the Gatling tanks, and I don't even know if he actually got the rockets in the end for his Scorpions. He has it now.
Right.
Okay. So that's going to be good, especially if he can focus down those outposts in time. May have to sell off these suppliers in the tunnels.
Yeah, we'll have to get rid of the majority of the machine. Yeah, it's not looking good. The Dominator won't take out the oil as well.
The Dragon tanks are playing pinball. There's a little hole in the middle you can go through. This doesn't need to though. No, it goes for the right fender instead, and doesn't actually get the oil derrick down. So nice defense there, but here come the Gats. Very bad formation. Single file formation is not the best file formation when it comes to quads. That's a very nice concave there, and actually he might even win this fight despite the numbers advantage. He's turning to engage into the outpost there. I don't know why he actually closed in like that. He should have stayed there, and then as soon as the outpost got within range, then just back off to his tunnels.
Yeah, should have just exactly machine. Shouldn't have microed, of course, reducing the among other things, reducing the quads rate of fire.
So he has this tunnel as well. He can probably just overwhelm this with that many squads. Oh, Jarman as well. Nice. Actually goes for the Gatling rather than the outpost. I thought he would go for the Jarman snipe and then mass evac his Scorpions. Jarman, just survives a carpet bomb. And actually, that was a nice carpet bomb, though. Goes for the tunnel.
It was intended for the popping army here machine.
Oh, the red
Sharbel
guard!
didn't go for it!
I don't know if that was a red guard or the Gatling. I think it was probably the Gatling. Otherwise, you would have seen a vet 3 fully heroic red guard ding as the Jarman went down. So I think Dominator's going to actually recap this oil.
And I believe he's going to take the game as well, machine. He is the most efficient truck mining possible here.
Yeah.
The 4 men. It's 5 even in the middle, and 4 on his primary supply. Has the oil derrick here as well. Has solidified his position, adding on bunkers as well as these gats to help with the defense.
Yeah, mass Scorpions aren't very good versus bunkers, and he has the palace now, so probably start going buggies. Buggies are really good versus outposts.
Thought we would see buggies, to be honest, machine, but no, it's Scorpions with rockets, which is...
Oh no, this is going to be a
Big
bad
game.
fight. He's going to lose probably 3 Scorpions. Maybe even more than that. Oh god, it might be 4 Scorpions. That was 3, and the RPGs are still on the ground there, and there's more on the way here as well. Oh, that was a disastrous engagement. He killed the bunker, and that was it.
Machine no guarantee. Love it. Yeah... Decent sized army pushing in. Sharbel, he has a CC, but chose not to commit into higher tier units, and Dominator's going to punish him for it.
Yeah. Scorpions get mass pop. This is going to have to be the last stand, but it wasn't very impressive. He lost 1 Scorpion, didn't even get an outpost down. I got 1 now with the tunnel. Yeah, okay, more RPGs on the ground. This is good. We want to have the RPGs mixed in, but the Gatling tanks should be able to clean them up now. Nice micro. It's now Sharbel's army is not very well mixed in. He doesn't have any quads now, and before we didn't have any scorpions because the RPGs on the ground now can take out a few of those scorpions.
Another scorpion going to be going down here, machine. Heap of tank hunters. Love the airfield here from Dominator. Hey, I've got a bunch of angry mobs.
Well, it's actually MiGs, so
Right.
Dominator must have read this. On the defensive, the angry mobs are very nice, and Artie Strike. Oh, actually. Almost gets those scorpions. Must have been a pretty low-level arty strike there. And other than that, okay, that's going to be a nice MiG strike. And a couple bomb as well is coming through. That's the entire scorpion army down to a firewall. Oh dear, those MiGs were excellent.
They certainly were, machine. Beautiful carpet bomb as well. Takes out the angry mob, knocks down a tunnel, allows for the push through from Dominator's forces if he decides to go for it, which I hope he does. Should be able to push in here. Dominator in a very defensible position. This oil covered. It's macroing well. Should be able to close this game out.
Yeah, the MiGs were very smart, because when you're versing a GLA in the late game, they're going to have a palace so they can go for battle buses. And battle buses are much better versus helixes than what battle buses are versus MiGs. You know, as you saw, couldn't really track the moving targets very well. Not until you get the toxin gamma, that certainly helps. Rebel ambush, I mean, it's vanilla, but it's actually not too bad. It's pretty desperate, though.
Gets a bit of work done. Yeah, you know you're desperate when you're investing points into a vanilla rebel ambush machine.
To kill a Gatling tank of all things. Not wasn't like he got all the MiGs on the airfield with a nice rebel ambush. It was just a Gatling tank. Actually, it would have been really funny if he went for the rebel ambush on the airfield and then he just ambushed on top of his Gatling cannon and just got wrecked. There's a black napalm and an EMP actually,
Yeah,
so
and a mine drop as well.
it's out of supplies now.
Still shut down. More Gatling cannons coming up here. Dominated. Does not want to lose any more of his buildings, and still just mining from the middle with a bunch of trucks. I mean, the trucks are probably almost mined out the middle machine.
Yeah, wow, it must be a lot of income for Dominator. It's rare that you see the middle suppliers go down much before these.
When you have
15,000.
When you have 8 trucks machine, it's
Yeah.
something that can happen.
Obviously, oh, that's a lot of MiGs now.
This is somewhat insult to injury. I think the game's over, but Dominator
He's
will
done.
not play nice.
He's done playing Euro Truck Simulator and is now playing Euro MiG Simulator. Sharbel's defeated.
GG.
Yeah, it was a really nice opener though from Sharbel. Like,
Oh, it was beautiful. That was a great
aggression
opener.
was super effective, and part of it was because his army was out of position. But it was a really nice hit and run. He got the supply down. He got the other supply. Got the buildings, the factories, and such.
They just ran over a bunch of mines when he could have ended the game. That was unfortunate. It was kind of the beginning of
Yeah.
Dominator's comeback.
Yeah, and that wasn't just it. He could have recovered from that,
Yeah.
but then he lost a lot more scorpions that he shouldn't have. He didn't go for his palace. He actually got the third supply in the oil pretty early on. So my smoke alarm, I think, but whatever. The house isn't on fire. It's fine. Yeah, really nice game there by Dominator, but I feel like Sharbel definitely could have closed that game out if he went for buggies, because buggies against outposts, man, you can't do that.
No.
You can't micro the like. There's nothing that you can do that makes your outposts beat buggies.
No.
And in 0 hour, there's normally a way. There's normally a way where
There's
you
something
can.
you can do.
But when it comes to outposts with buggies, it's not a fair fight by any means. But anyway. That was a great game regardless, and that'll wrap us up for now. So thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. And if you want to support us, then of course head over to patreon.com/generalsgentlemen, since we are doing YouTube full time.